everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 482. Welcome, welcome, and Happy New Year. I'm taping this on Friday, December 30th. We will be live chatting during the premiere of this class on December 31st, 2022. And then the next day, it's 2023. It's January 1st. My gosh, this year went by so fast. I hope that it has been a wonderful year for everybody. And if it hasn't been a wonderful year, well, then we have a whole new year to start off with, right? I just know 2023 is going to be great. I just believe it. So thanks for joining me on your New Year's Eve. I'm so glad you're here. I have got a lot of fun. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy, wahoo kachoo product from Studio Light. They are back with their shakers. They've added more to their shakers collection. They keep things so darn affordable. And if you've been intimidated by shaker cards, well, I'm going to show you. It is so very simple. Truly it is. And then if you are all about the shaker, you're like shake, shake, shake. I can't sing, I'll get in trouble, but you know where to shake, shake, shake. Everybody on live chat is typing in the rest of the lyrics to that. If you are all into shaker cards, well, I think you're gonna like these new additions that Studio Light has brought. You can do larger cards. We've got things that'll let you do up to 5x7. So it's really beautiful. We're also going to be using Sizzix Card Bases today because for me, it is one of the easiest ways to do shaker cards. Truly simple. So I have Winner Winner Chicken Dinner to talk about. I didn't have them last week, but I have 4 winners this week, 4 of you. So I think I'm going to announce our winners and then I think we'll get started because gosh, it really is a fun class today. And it's just kind of a follow along and remind you of something you forgot or show you just how easy something could be. And then we all get ready for 2023 and the amazing year. I just know it. I can feel it. And our very first Make It Monday event is January 2nd at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, our very, 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 very first ever Make It Monday. So we'll be live chatting during that event as well. Can I tell you what it's about? Not yet. But it's really good. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to do it every single Monday. We're just gonna have to see. So that's enough. Let's talk about Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. I can also read, they're posting, you tease, on the live chat. Not in the comments, in the live chat. Okay, so, also quickly, before I read Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, you all kept the secret so very well. Thank you very, very much. James he saw his ring. It's not finished yet. It should be done maybe next week. And so he went with me to the jewelry store and it's being worked on right now. Thank you for keeping our secret, my secret, his Christmas present. And when it's all done, I will show you the ring when it's finished. So thank you very much for just until after Christmas, because I did want that to be such a surprise for him. And yes, he really appreciated. He absolutely teared up, but that's another story. Okay, so Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. So I have 4 of you because I didn't get to announce the 2 from last week. So we start with YouTube winners from YouTube 480. Laura Osterlin. Hello, Laura, how are you doing? Good to see you. Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. You may have already spent your money because it was put in your account last week. You might have placed an order and gone, what's this $25 for? Well, now you know, Laura, congratulations. And then our second winner from that YouTube was Karen. Karen, Speeton? No, Speeton. Karen Speeton? Is that right? Is that close, Karen? Does it matter? Heck no, you're a winner chicken dinner and have $25 in your online account as well. Now for you new people, you're like going, how are they getting $25? I want $25. Super easy. Below me, there is a place to post a comment. You can comment about anything after you watch the YouTube, thank you. So you can tell me how your day was, you can tell me about your fur babies, you can tell me about your kids, your grandkids, your spouse, your work. You can say anything you need to say as long as it is polite and kind and not about my physical attributes. We leave those off the table. I already have a mirror that talks to me every morning. Yes, I know my cheeks are getting a little chubbier. I know. So if you want a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, all you have to do is post a comment below, but you do have to subscribe to our channel to be able to do that. And there's a little heart with a SMS somewhere in this area over here. Click that and that will subscribe you and then post your comment. We will approve your comment so you won't see it immediately. But once we approve your comment, you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner, and we announce 2 every week, except for last week. Last week I didn't have our winners. It was an off week, kind of like this week. So Laura and Karen didn't hear their names last week, but they heard them this week. Then I have 2 more winners. Are you ready? Our 2 winners from YouTube number 481, Donna Jankowitz. Hello, Donna Jankowitz. How are you? Is that close? I think we spelled it properly, and really that's what counts, right? Congratulations, Donna. Wahoo, kachoo for you. And our last winner with a $25 online store credit is Judy Werner. Hello, Judy Werner. Congratulations to you as well. So we've got Donna Jankowitz, Judy Werner, we've got Laura Osterlin, and Karen Septon. I'm going with that. All 4 of you have $25 in your online account. You might have already spent it for all I know, but gosh, if you took advantage of it with the sale that was going on Simply Defined, you may have taken that $25 and magnified it up to a couple $100 if you shopped really well. So let's do a winner chicken dinner dance for these lucky SMS peeps, and you just never know when it's going to be your turn, but if you don't comment, I can be pretty confident you will never win. All right, are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to all 4 of you. What a way to start 2023. And for the rest of you, keep posting your comments. You just never know when I'm going to call your name. You think it's never going to happen, and then all of a sudden, bam, there it is. All right, you guys, so I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. I'll show you some samples, and then we're going to move on to Studio Light and their shaker dies, shaker blisters, shaker bling, their little shakers to go in the shakers. So let me tilt on down, and again, it is if you're watching this during the premiere, it is December 31st, 2022. Happy New Year, everybody. Lots of love and blessings and joy for 2023 coming your way. And we just hope that it is the most amazing year for everybody. I have confidence. I have a good feeling about 2023. I've got confidence. So I'm going to stick with that until proven differently. So I hope that it finds everybody just well and joyful and happy. Okay, and tilt on down. Ready? Down I go. Bye. So hard to believe that 2022 is over. So I'm in the store alone. We're closed today. It is Friday, and so everybody has today off. So I'm here all by my lonesome, and it's getting a little dark out there. Look at, isn't this the cutest thing ever? Look at the cute shaker, right? So easy to do. So there's one. Right? Just darling. absolutely darling. And then I told you you'll be able to do larger cards. Look at that. That is a 5 by 7. And it shakes, shakes, shakes with the best of them. All right, so let's get started for today. And I think I'm gonna talk to you quickly about about Studio Light dies. So there are several new dies out from Studio Light that are part of their shaker element. And when you look at them, know that they've given you these items here so that you can create your own the shaker material to put inside the shaker. You can die cut these out to make your own little confettis. They've got some beautiful new dies that do shakers. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, this one was this one here that I showed you. Really pretty. And then we've got some new basics. So I'm going to be playing with a couple of the basics and then one of the more intricate, and those are over here on my gotcha. So I think that's where I'm going to start with the stars. So this is a new one for them. They actually have the stars in 2 sizes, large and small, and the blisters that come with them, let's see, shaker blisters. Let's see, do I have small stars in here? Yep. So shaker blisters, the package is open because we were making samples. Their blisters are 10 to a pack, which is really nice. They're affordable. What they are not is self-adhesive. So unlike a Sizzix product where you get, I don't know, 5 maybe, sometimes 3, maybe it's 6 and 3, but those are self-adhesive. These are not, but you get 10. So we're gonna use these and we're just gonna keep it easy peasy. So I'm going to start with the stars, and I think I'm going to start with the large stars. Now people always think, so I'm going to start with this one. People always think that shakers can be a bit much to do, that they can be difficult, and they really are not. Today I'm going to be using Sizzix, and I'm going to be using their card bases. Now their card bases, we've picked 5 colors of card bases to put on sale that we thought would go really well with the shakers, along with their paper pad, their Essentials paper pad that has like 80 colors in it. I like doing shakers with card bases that are already done up. It's just easier for me. And Sizzix gives you 10 cards, 10 envelopes. They're beautiful, they're easy to use, and they're affordable. I think regular price is like $4.99 for 10, and we have them on sale for $3.99, and it's even cheaper if you buy it with the paper. So I'm going to be using these today because a little bit later on I'm going to need 1 card base for every 2 shakers that I make, but we'll get there. I'm going to start this one super simple with just the stars. Now they give you 2 dies. One is an element to cut like the background. The other is an element if you want a larger mat around it, or if you put them together, they make a frame. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make the quickest, fastest, easiest shaker you've ever seen just using a simple card base. And because the card base is blue, it already has a design element to it. I'm not going to be playing with any pattern paper today. We are going to keep it simple, straight to cardstock, easy cuts, and that way you see that you can do this too. When we get to the samples that the girls made, then you will see all the embellishment that you can do and all the ads that you can do. But I want you to feel confident in you making a shaker in under 5 minutes, truly. So I'm going to take my smallest star. Well, I could take, and let's grab a piece of paper. So how about a soft purple? Okay, I think I'm pretty good with a soft purple. So I've got my soft purple here. And I've got my smallest shaker, or my smallest star, and I could nest it right away with my largest star. What that's going to do is give me a solid piece here and a frame all the way around. I could cut them separately if I would prefer. It's really up to you. And in this class, I am going to be using a magnetic base plate from Sizzix for the entire class. Your machine, if you have a Sizzix Big Shot, may not have come. Most machines do not come with a magnetic plate. These are sold separately unless you bought some sort of a bundle where it came with it. The magnetic plate is pretty important when you're playing with shakers and if you're doing frame type of die cutting. So I'm also going to be using my smaller 6-inch plates. These are part of the plates from their multi-pack that I showed you last week. And because my dies are smaller, as opposed to using my longer plates, which would cause a little bit more warpage, I'm going to keep to my smaller plates. And I bought 2 packs. I have 2 packs. The multi-plates come with 3 plates. You get a 6x6, you get like a 2x6, and then you get a full size. I recommend buying 2 sets so then you can match your plates to be the same. You can have 2 full size, 2 6x6, and 2 of the longer plates. In fact, here they are. So it comes like this. So you get 1 here, 1 here, and then a full size plate. I recommend buying 2 sets, and that way you are able to have 2 of this size so you can set them together. You'll have 2 full size and then you'll have 2 of the smaller. To me, that's an easier way to use the plates. So let's go ahead and let's die cut. I think maybe I will do it both ways for you quickly so you can see. So if I just cut 1 star at a time, and again, I'm on my magnetic so my die doesn't move, which is really handy and helpful. I've got my 6x6 plate. I line them up and I send them on through, and it feeds through the machine super easy. This is a open frame die, which means it's not intricate at all. It only takes 1 roll through and it has cut my paper. Bam, I've got my first star. Can't get any easier than that. But I also have this left over. Now to get the frame out, I'm going to take, and this is where that magnetic platform comes in handy, I'm going to line this up around that open cut. Can you see how I've lined it up? And you can see what it's going to cut. It's going to give me that little frame all the way around the star. And because I'm on a magnetic platform, I can center it the way I want it to be centered. And then it doesn't move. If you don't have a magnetic platform, can you not do frames? No, but you're going to want to have washi tape or Post-it notes handy to make it easier. You would then tape everything in place. So then when you send it on through, it doesn't move. So bring over my machine and send it on through. And again, it's an open frame die. So it's not intricate at all. It's a 1 roll type of die. You can't get much simpler than that. And bam, now I have created a frame. So I've got my center star and I've got a frame. But let's do it, and I have this. I could use this for something else. You know what? Let's do it out of maybe a soft pink. And this time I'm going to cut the 2 of them together at the same time. Because I am on that magnetic platform, I can do that without having to worry about it slipping and sliding. Again, if you don't have the magnetic platform, absolutely, it is an investment. There's no question about it. It's not the least expensive tool that Sizzix makes, that's for sure. But it does make your life a little easier. See, now I've got both dies together and I'm going to send it through. And because I'm on that magnetic platform, they're not going to shift around. I don't have to worry about that. Simple washi tape will also work. You're just going to want to tape everything into place Now I'm going to send it through, and this time it's going to cut that solid heart, or I'm sorry, solid star and the frame star. So send it on through. Now I'm cutting 2 dies at once. They're still not intricate. It should be just fine, but if you wanted to, you could always pull it back. Ooh, did I go all the way? Yes, all the way. You could always pull it back, and it's not going to cause any harm to the die or your machine. So with one cut, I was able to get both. It's up to you, whichever you're most comfortable with. Some people really prefer cutting one and then cutting the other. Others want to speed through it and they nest them together and away they go. So now I've got my card base, and I'm going to play with a blue one. And I've got my star. And what color do we want my background? Do we want my background purple? So now I've got my star that I can tape right onto the front of my card base. And I've got my blister element. Okay, so somebody was really off. The machine was really off on the packaging on this one. Little low. But that just means it became ours to play with. So I've got my blister element. That's going to go right on top. And I'm making a shaker. Simple and easy. Now, putting my paper down is easy peasy. I can just use some Stacy tape. Now, mind you, you would do a better job taping this down than I would. I'm just going to kind of get it on down. That's good enough. Actually, that's more than I usually do. Okay, so I'm going to expose the sticky. Stacy tape is just a super, super strong double-sided adhesive. It holds beads, it holds metal, it holds plastic, it holds fabric, it holds glitter, it holds embossing powder. You can heat your embossing powder on it, woo, but it is super strong. Okay, so down we go. Do we like that? Yeah, I think we do. And then I think I'm gonna grab, this set here has a few words. So I'm gonna grab the word hello. Okay, let's grab the word hello. And what do I wanna do that out of? Oh, I've got the pink right here. Let's do the pink. So Stacy tape is also good for making stickers. I'm going to put a little bit of this on the back of my paper down here. I'm going to cut that on out. And as long as the word hello is somewhere on that tape when I cut it, I'm going to make a sticker out of this. Super easy. So let's bring my machine back on over. All I have to do, it doesn't have to, the whole hello doesn't have to be on the whole thing. It just has to be on some of it. So that's a 1/2 inch Stacy tape, and that'll work just fine. The Sizzix adhesive sheets will also make an easy sticker out of this. If it will stay, see, my little die wants to jump. This is where sticky grid comes in handy. All right, let's roll it through. And this is pretty, an easy die, back and forth. So you can see that it cut, some of my hello is definitely on that tape. That's all I really need it to be. And there's my hello. It's already sticky. Yay. And let's put that right in the middle. All right, so now I've got a star with a hello. So far, so good. Now, I do want to put my blister on top. I want to get my blister on top because that's what makes it a shaker. This little plastic piece that holds all the shaking in where it doesn't get all over everything. But how am I going to do that? What is one of the easiest ways to do this? Well, that's where that adhesive sheet from Sizzix comes in. These are their adhesive sheets. They're 6x6. They're adhesive on both sides, and it says pull here or peel here, and you do. This is different than Stacy tape. This is more of a Xyron type product where it's a layer of adhesive. Mine actually has a tape sandwiched. So let me see if I can peel this off. Let's see if I can get a... So mine, there is a real piece of tape to Stacy tape. Real piece, there's a piece of tape right there. This product, it's almost like they laid a coating of adhesive down. It doesn't have an actual tape type of finish to it. So it's a little more like a Xyron than it is a Stacy tape. And I would not be able to use Stacy tape to put this down in the same manner that I'm going to use the Sizzix adhesive sheets. With Stacy tape, I would have to take little pieces of tape and go around my star to get it to stick down. So I'd have to cut little pieces of tape to go all the way around to get it to stick. Because if I had a solid piece of Stacy tape, well, it would block, because it's tape, it would block the back. You wouldn't be able to put your shaker together. So I'm going to use their adhesive sheets. And I'm going to cut a piece off. I'm not going to use a big piece. Well, I'm going to cut it maybe in half. So right about there. Now their adhesive sheets, I want to say you get 10 sheets. And for me, I'm not going to use all of it on this piece that I've cut out. So I'm going to be sure to save the top. See, it's sticky right now. And let me show you. So it's almost like it's an adhesive that was sprayed down versus an actual tape. So I'm going to keep this top piece because I know I'm not going to use everything to get this down. I'm going to put this on. And I'm going to give a real good push. I don't want to push in the center, so I've got my star on there. I don't want to push in the center because I don't want any tape to it or any of their adhesive to stick there. So I'm just going to go around my edges, and whether you do that maybe with a tweezer, the back of a tweezer, whatever, I'm just going to go around my edges just to make sure that some of the adhesive gets on all those edges. And then I can pull up. Now I can see I didn't cut my piece quite big enough because it's off there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up. And can you see? It's kind of got that, it pulls. That's not bad, it's just different. So then all I have to do is clean up my edges. Just take my little fingers and clean up my edges. And then in that one area where I didn't get any adhesive, I'm just gonna put it right back down because there is plenty on here. So I'm just gonna put it right back down and get a little bit on that area. Is that the one area? Yep, that's it. And pull up. And that's all I need to do. And then I have still got tons of adhesive left on here. You can see how shiny it is, and you can see where it's pulled up. Tons of adhesive. I'm gonna put my liner right back on top, because as long as I keep my liner on top, that adhesive stays good. And I can come back and use it for something else. I can add it to the back of a piece of paper and make a sticker out of it. There's other things that I can do with it. I'm not gonna get rid of it. So I've got my sticker, my blister ready to go. It's got sticky on the back side. I'm gonna put that here. I'm gonna grab some of my shaker bling to put in there. Let's see, what have I got? So they came out with, gosh, a whole bunch of new shaker elements. Super cute. Is there 6 of them? Looks like there's 6 new. They've never had the shaker elements before. So brand new for Studio Light. And I'm gonna grab some that are already open. And I think I like some white. And I like the little packages. And maybe some bright pink, I don't know. All right, well, let's put some in the middle. So I'm gonna take my shaker element. I'm just gonna put some in the middle. Dump, dump, dump. And then let's put it away. And let's get some white out. This looks like Valentine's, so these must be white hearts. And dump, dump, dump. Cute little white hearts. Those are sweet. And maybe one more color. How about maybe a bright blue? And dump, dump, dump. So now I've got some shaker elements right dead center. I'm going to grab my blister that has already got adhesive on the back. And I'm just going to line it up. Give a good push. And just like that, you've got a shaker going on. But maybe you want to finish it off a little bit. And remember, that's where, let me put this back, that's where that frame came to be. Remember how we die cut that frame out of the star? We did it in both purple and we did it in pink. Well, I can take that frame and it fits right over the blister. So it kind of finishes it off. So there's purple. There's the pink. Oh, that looks super cute, right? Super cute. Then my little shaker. Come on, Mike. There we go. And that hides that edge that we've put down. We added adhesive from Sizzix to mount that onto our card base. So far, what have I done? I've die cut a few things and used a card base. That's about it. So how am I going to get this down? The easiest way to do this is with sticky dots. So you could absolutely go back and use your Sizzix if you wanted to use your adhesive. You could, yes. Sticky Dots makes it super easy. Sticky Dots is a little sheet that has hundreds and thousands of sticky dots on there. You put it down. It's really meant for intricate dies. Put it down, close it up, give a good press. Anywhere you see the pink paper, the sticky dots are going to adhere, but anywhere you see an empty space, the sticky dots are going to stay there. So it really takes quite a while to use up the whole sheet. You want to give a good press, and then you pull up. Bring it over, line it up, and stick it in place. And just that easy, we've got the beginnings of a shaker card. You don't have to do much more. We do have this little piece left. Remember when we cut the frame, this is what cut out to get that frame. I say we throw it right in the middle, and you put your sentiment. You can stamp your sentiment right on there. Happy birthday, congratulations for you. You can use that little star here to close up the envelope. Oh, we could do that as well. Oh, we could do that too for the inside, because we have it. So the only thing we die cut were those stars and the word. How easy peasy is that? So I could call it done there. Here, put your sentiment. You could simply add let's see, wide enough, wide enough. I'm just using cardstock today, that's it. Just to decorate it up a little bit more. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be more than this. Anybody you give this to is going to think it's amazing. So there's one, and then I could take at the top. Do I have enough? Yes. Zoop. And cut this down. Nope, still too thick. Even thinner. You guys would be using a trimmer. I am freehanding it. So I could put one down at the bottom, one at the top. Really up to you what you want to do, but it is just that simple. Shakers don't have to be difficult. You can go directly to a card base and you're done. No matting, no adding anything extra. You're good to go. So that's the easiest way to do a shaker, and an affordable way to do a shaker. The dies are inexpensive and the blisters are inexpensive. And the card bases, for that matter, are inexpensive. I want to say the dies are somewhere around $9. And the blisters are, I think, around $5 on sale. So you're at $14. And then On sale, the card bases are $4, so now you're at $18. So you could easily, and then you've got scrap paper at home. I know you do. You can make 10 cards for under 20 bucks, and that's $2 a card, and that's a great value when you are making something handmade. You've got this. Easy peasy. Boy, that cuts really, really bad, but that's okay. I will get over it. Gosh, and that would have been cute. Even offset, it's super cute. All right, so there's one. Easy to do. Anybody who's afraid of shakers, not hard at all. It's just a matter of cutting and adhering down. You don't have to do lots of mats. You don't have to do lots of embellishing. The shaker is the embellishment. Okay? So we started with the star, and now we're going to move to a heart. Started with a star, now we're going to move to the heart. And I've got the hearts right here. Same concept. You've got the big one, the small one. The small one is what cuts the hole for the blister. The big one you can cut for any reason. I mean, you need a heart, you need a star, you can cut this for whatever you want to do. These make really pretty flowers if you do these and then you layer them. Hearts make really pretty flowers. But when you put the two of them together, you're going to get that frame. Now, I think we will play with some red since we're doing hearts. And this time I am going to do some matting. Get rid of some of my trash. This time I am going to do some matting, and this is one of the reasons that I like working with card bases so much. They just make things easier. So Ellison gives you 10 envelopes and 10 card bases. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 card bases. So when I'm doing a shaker, and I'm using a colored card base, and I want my mats to coordinate, to match with this. It's very, very difficult to find the exact same color red, or the exact same color blue, or the exact same color purple. A little hard to do when you want this to be the same, have a multi-layer mat, and you want this color to be one of those mats. So, for me, and again, this is my opinion, you do what works best for you. Because you get 10 cards for $4, I'm okay with taking this one and cutting it. For every one card I cut, I now have a mat to go with this one, and a mat to go with this one. So right now I have 2 cards that have perfect mats. Then I cut another one. And I have 2 more card bases that have the perfect mat. So now I'm up to 4 cards. And then I cut another one. Now, mind you, you don't have to cut them all at the same time. You can do it as you need them. But now I have got 5 cards that have a coordinating mat, 6 cards that have a coordinating mat, and I am left with 1 card base extra. And I have 10 envelopes. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that I know I have the perfect coordinating mat to go with, and an extra. So in total, 6 that I can do mats with and 1 that I can just use. And I've got 10 envelopes, which is nice because if I accidentally make a mistake, because I'm the worst speller in the world, so I usually end up using more than 1 envelope. But the reason I want the extra mats is so that everything looks finished. Everything looks like it was meant to go together. So let's play with the hearts. I'm gonna put these right here. And I've got my mat and I've got my card base. I'm gonna set my card base to the side for right now, and I'm gonna start with my mat. And I'm going to cut with the smallest heart. I'm gonna cut the aperture for my blister, for my shaker. Now, when we did this one, we just put the shaker straight onto the card base. Easy peasy. You can't get any easier than that. This time I wanna jazz it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna decide, where do I want my heart? Do I want it towards the bottom because I'm gonna put a sentiment up top? Do I want it higher in the top? Do I want it more centered? And I'm gonna cut this into the mat that I have cut. So this is no longer a card base anymore. Now it's just a piece of card stock that happens to match my card base perfectly. So I'm gonna bring my machine on over, and I'm gonna decide where it is I want my heart. And because the paper is this is an A6 size, so it fits perfectly inside your machine, that you can have that heart facing you so you can see it and decide while it's on your machine, where do you want it to be? I think there's pretty nice. So I'm going to put my top plate on and I'm going to send it through, and it's going to cut that heart right out, making a mat for me. Now I didn't have to go back and forth. I just did because, well, why not? And I have now made a perfect little aperture. Look at a perfect little aperture, and I have a leftover heart. So now what do? Well, I have to decide what I want it to look like. Do I just want to put that on top? Let's find my heart blisters. Here we go. So do I just want to put that inside and put that on top? Well, what fun is that? What fun is that? I could have had almost the exact same look if I had just done what we originally did and put it straight on the card base. I want to change the color that goes behind my heart. I don't want it to be red. Let's see, what color sounds good to me? What have I got over here? Ooh, how about a gray? Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I've got my aperture cut, I've got my card base right here, and I'm gonna mat in gray. So I'm gonna cut this down because I know it can't be any bigger than my card base. It's gotta be smaller if I'm gonna make it a mat. So let's just cut it right on down. All right, good. So now I've got a mat, but I want it smaller. I want to be able to see that red. That's the whole point of using the card base, right? So then I just start to trim it on down. And of course, you guys are going to use a trimmer, and I'm going to freehand. I'm going to take some off the side and take a little off the bottom. And boy, let me tell you, do I ever wish I could take some off the bottom sometimes. This holiday season, it's been nothing but sweets and sugar and yummies and homemade and candies. And okay, so I'm starting to build my mat. Now I'm going to take a little bit more off the side, I think. Just so I can see that red just a little bit more. Okay, there we go, right? Easy peasy. Now I have to decide, where is it that I want my heart? You're like, wait, you already cut your heart out of that aperture. Wait. Well, that's true, but it doesn't have to dictate where I put my heart. If I decided, oh, I really wanted it a little bit lower, I can move it a little bit lower. Or no, I want it a little bit higher, I can move it a little bit higher. It's up to me where I want to put that aperture. Now let's make sure that my card opens properly. Okay, yay. And I can choose to tape this down right now or wait. I am going to wait just in case I need to alter things a little bit. So I'm going to put my heart kind of here, I think. I can bring my mat that I did over and line it up. Just, yep, no problem, easy peasy. And what am I going to put in the middle? Let's grab another word. That one set also has the word sweet. Sweet. Okay. So I'm going to move these to the side just for a moment, and I'm going to cut my word sweet. And I think I'm going to cut it out of white paper, because that white will show up really beautiful against that gray. And let's grab some Stacy tape. Grab some Stacy tape. Remember, it allows me to make a quick sticker. You can tear it, you don't have to cut it. Just put it down. Trim it out. And as long as my word sweet has some of that sticker on the back side, it's going to stick down just fine. Let's bring over my machine. This is an easy peasy cut. Make sure that the sweet is on there. Make sure it doesn't, there we go. Before it decides to move again, let's send it on through. Ooh. Let's send it on through. And bam, and bam. Sweet. I want to say that that's Crush from Nemo. Yeah, I want to say it is. All right. So it didn't cut all the way through the liner, and that's perfectly fine. That's called a kiss cut. You don't care if it cuts all the way through the liner. All you care about, does your word cut, and does it have some sticky on the back? And yes, it does. So I'm going to put this over here, and let's decide where I want my word sweet. Want it there. How's that look? Maybe a little lower. So until I press it down, I can move it a little bit. But once I push it in place, it's going to pretty much be there. No, I think it needs to be a little higher. All right. Sweet. Done. Now, in fact, I can take this off from the back. Now I need to add my little shaker components, right? I gotta have something in there. Add my little shaker components. And let's see, what have we got here? Oh, this one looks very Valentine's-y. So let's add maybe some red. You know, I should put the adhesive back on, put my adhesive on this before I put my shaker components down, because that way I don't have to move that. Let's do that first. Let's grab that Sizzix, that adhesive. Let's find my adhesive sheets. Hello, adhesive sheets. There you are. Thank you. So I am going to put my heart right down on my adhesive sheet. I'm not going to press in the center of that heart. If I press in the center, it's going to pick up the adhesive, and then I will have sticky in the middle of my heart, and all my shaker bits will want to stick to it. I'm just going to go around with my finger. If you don't want to use your finger, you can use the back of your tweezers. Whatever you need to do, you're just giving it a nice push so that the sticky can adhere. And then I'm going to peel it off. See, can you see why it's more of a Xyron product? See how it kind of peels off? Kind of has those long, that's okay. Then you just take your finger and you just clean it right up around the edges. See how it's rough around the edges here? I just go zoop, and it's not rough around the edges anymore. And I've got sticky ready to go, and I still have sticky left here. So I'm still gonna throw my liner back on top until there's nothing left for me to use there. I'm still gonna throw it back on top. Now I can bring over, and let's use some red. Put some red in the middle. And let's use some white. And they've got black in here. Let's use some black because that'll go really nice with the charcoal paper. So the paper I'm using is from Sizzix. It's 80 pound. There's 20, oh gosh, how many colors? 80 sheets, 20 different colors. You can get 4 of every color. So I'm just gonna leave all of that goodness right in the center there. Put my little lids on and put them away. And then I can decide, okay, now I've got my heart. All I have to do is put that heart right over the top. And push it down in place. And seal it right on up. Bam. And I've started my shaker. But now I bring back that first piece we cut. Remember our aperture piece? That's gonna go right over the top. Now I could choose to trim my red down and then have it go right on my base so all you see is the gray from the heart. Or I could choose to cut my red down so my gray also acts as a mat. This is just cut and paper, folks. That's all this is. We're not doing anything more difficult than cutting paper. And so far it's pretty much been rectangles. So let's trim, and I'm just guessing. You may measure. I'm a by the seat of my pants kind of girl. Let's just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? It's only paper and it's handmade. And it came from my heart, so that's what counts. Okay, so I know I can see that I'm going to need to take this side down a little bit more so it matches. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. And then let's take some off the top and off the bottom. Now I can choose, do I want to have the matting here? Do I want it really high? I get to choose what I want. It's up to me. So, gosh, I could even take my heart a little bit smaller if I wanted to around the sides. So now I've got my gray, and I could decide to make the gray even a bigger mat if I wanted to, and take a little bit more off of each side. Because the heart is symmetrical, you need to take it from both sides. You can't just cut off of one side. That's not going to work. Oh, that was not a good cut. And a little off the bottom, and a little off the top. So now I've given my gray even more of an opportunity to be a matte. Remember, I had to take a card base and sacrifice it, cut it in half to get the matte, so that my mat matches for when I put it all down here. See why I sacrificed a card base? So that my red matches my red. I want it to match. Now, if you're using pattern paper, well, then you have a little bit more play, a little more flexibility in trying to find a red that's going to be exact. But I'm not done yet. Not done yet. My heart has the opportunity to do that same frame that I did with the star. I've got the two dies. So what do I want to do? How about we cut a frame out of white? What if we cut a frame out of white? Let's grab that white paper again. Okay, and I can do it two different ways. I'm going to do it both ways just so you remember that you can cut your smaller heart first. Anywhere on there works. Send it on through. One roll is enough. We're not a Tootsie Pop. We don't have to roll and roll and roll. One roll is enough. And then I take this piece and I grab the larger die and I line it up to cut my frame. Again, just one roll. These are not intricate. They're an open frame die, meaning I can stick almost my hand through it. Open frame die. And now I have got my frame and my base, and I have this piece that I could use too for something else. Or if you want to be faster about it, you're like, girl, I ain't have time for that. I got to get going. I need a 5-minute card. I need a 5-minute shaker card. Okay. Line them both up together. Either tape them in place, Post-it note them in place, washi tape them in place, or have a magnetic platform and send them through. And this time we will cut both at the same time. Depends upon your level of comfort in die cutting. You may start doing, you know, the solid piece and then the frame, doing 2 separate cuts. A few months from now, if that's how you start, you may be so comfortable that you're good to go. Let's whip them on through. And in all honesty, what really are we talking about? White paper. So now I've got my frames, I've got my solids. Either way works. So I come back here. I haven't taped anything down yet. And is that what we like? We like the white frame against it. Oh my gosh, is that so cute? How cute is that? Okay, let's tape. Oh. Let's see if I can get this somewhat decent, because I think I'm going to use this too. Joop. I'm just trying to get a decent cut on this. You're like, a trimmer would have been a whole lot faster. I know. I hope that's not too big. We'll see. Okay, so I need to tape everything down. I'm just going to grab some Stacy tape and flip this onto the back side. You would do a much better job of taping down than me. 1, 2. Peel off the liner and let's get it down. And line it on up. Sweet. And then let's grab my sticky dots. And let's take my heart. And let's get some sticky dots on there. Give a good rub. And pull it up. And pull it off. And let's put it around the outside of my frame here. Really makes it stand out and offsets it. So cute. And then we have our card base that this is going to mat onto. See how easy it is? It's so simple. It's so easy peasy. And I didn't do hardly anything. I cut some rectangles. I die cut out my heart to make an aperture. I die cut out both of my hearts to make a frame. Make sure my card is opening properly. Could even mount it, put one more mat if I wanted. Do I want? Now's the time. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Just this fine white. Now or forever hold your peace, because once it's down, It's down. Although now the white really shows off how bad my cut is on the gray, but it's homemade, it's handmade, it's made with love. It's not about perfection. It's about your feelings when you're doing it, the care that you put into making something for somebody else. That's what it's about. Oh yeah, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that too. See, speak now or forever hold your peace. And I still have my red from my card base. Everything coordinates. Yes, yes, yes. Don't you just love it when things come together? See, this is my way of knowing 2023 is going to be amazing. The last YouTube class of the year. And it looks so cute. I might actually give this to Mr. SMS. Make sure my card opens the right way. I am notorious for putting them on backwards. But he's left-handed. Does that count? Look at how cute is that? And then I have the center. Remember, I kept this piece. I could use that in there and then stamp my sentiment in there. I could put this in there and stamp my sentiment in there if I want. I could layer, well, no, because it's already got that. So maybe just that. Maybe I put that in my center and stamp my I love you in there. Okay. Not hard at all. Very little die cutting, very little paper, some bling or some shakers, some blisters that are easy to put down even though they are not self-adhesive. You got this. You got this. All right, let's move on. This time we're going to go to something that's a little bit more decorative, I suppose. So far we've been keeping it pretty simple by using just the straight hearts and the straight stars. And these are different than the original ones that they came out with. So the new ones are the large star, the smaller star, the heart, and now they have got a really nice circle. Really nice size circle, especially if you're wanting to do 5x7 cards or larger cards. This is awesome because a lot of the circles tend to be small and they kind of get lost, but this one's great. And yes, they have the blisters to go with all of these. So we've been playing with the pretty simple ones, the new ones that are their new shapes, pretty basic. But I'm going to move over to the oval that is anything but basic. So this is what the oval looks like. And yes, this is a shaker. Doesn't have to be a shaker. My gosh, you've got this great scalloped edge with a stitch element added to it. You've got an oval here with a stitched. You've got a straight oval. You've got a decor. These don't have to be used for shakers at all. They are beautiful just on their own. In fact, let's cut it just on its own so you can see. So we'll do, I don't know, we'll do a couple different colors. Not that the colors are going to coordinate, but let me grab a couple different, oh, I like this one better. I think we'll do these four. All right, I'm gonna play, oh, that's very Eastery, Stacy. Okay. I'm gonna play with those four colors just to cut, just so you can see what each layer does. So let's start with the blue, and I'm gonna cut the oval. send it on through. I'm still on my smaller plates. I'm not moving to my bigger ones. And let's cut a scallopy oval. Bam! You can use that all year round, right? I think so. And you can use that as a mask, as a stencil. And then let's pull it back. And let's cut another piece of blue. It's pretty blue. Just by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Literally. You're like, but you already cut an oval. I know. Now I'm going to take the next die that is in the set, and I'm going to cut a frame. So my oval, and I could cut my oval first and then my frame, or I could put them together and send them through at the same time. See what I've done? So what's that gonna cut? It's gonna cut a solid piece here, and this is going to be a frame. I wanna say this set is like $13. I wanna say it's like 13 bucks. Let's send it on through. You choose if you wanna bring it on back. Should I go back just a little bit? They're open frame dies, so they don't have to come back if you don't want. But now I have got a solid stitched edge. Can you see the stitched edge on that? And I've got a frame, right? So now I can take, let's put this one here. Now I can take this solid stitched edge right here, and let's do that one out of this color. No, let's do it out of the purple. Oh, we'll do it out of this one. Oh no, I won't have enough. Gotta have enough, so we'll do it out of the purple. Okay, so I'm cutting another solid, which is what fell out of this when I made it a frame. Now I'm just gonna cut a solid. So now I have two because the blue came out of the frame. And then I can take my purple and this die has another oval that will fit right inside of that stitched. So I can cut those two together. Which is now going to make me a stitched oval frame and a solid center that has no stitching. So let's bring over my machine and line them all up. I always recommend when you get nesting dies to take them and start cutting. Cut all your combinations that you can make, that you think you're going to want to make, and then keep them with the set so that you recognize and realize what it can do. If you have no expectations when you start to cut, you just start cutting your dies and layering them and nesting them, you will be shocked at how many combinations you can make. And then if you keep them with the dies, or at least the ones that you like the best with the dies, then you know what to do when you want to go use them. You can see what's going to work best before you cut anything. It is fun just cutting nesting dies because you can do so much with them. So now I have got a frame that's got a stitched edge all the way around it. Not sure if it'll zoom in or not. I've got a solid that has a stitched edge, and I have just a solid oval. Now I can take my solid oval and let's bring back that. Will I have enough? Will I have enough? I don't know. Color. I don't know if I have any more, but I like it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to use that. I like that color. So let's cut my solid oval. Because so far my solid oval came from me making a frame out of the stitched. That's where my solid oval came from, was making a frame out of the stitched. Now let's make a solid oval. And then we have the very last die. The very last die is a decor, well, it has a little flowers that you can do to make your sprinkles, is a decor die. This die, what did I do with my other one? Holy smokes, artichokes. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, anybody see my other die? There we go. This is a decor die. What does this die do? This die cuts into. So let's cut into my peach. So this die is not going to cut out. It's going to cut this decoration into this piece of paper. It has no cut lines going, oh, well. Yeah, it has no cut lines that are going to cut all the way around. Nothing is completely connected. So you've got no connections here to where you would have a cut line. Unlike this, it's got a cut line all the way around. Here, it just has around the decoration, but nothing is completely connected. So let's cut in and see what we get so you understand what I'm talking about. Now this is a little bit more intricate. I don't know that you have to rotate it or go back and front we'll see. It is a little bit more intricate of a die. It looks like it cut well. So you can see the actual design isn't coming out, it's staying in. See how pretty that is? But because it is part of a nesting set, if we coordinate it with the die that just cut the straight oval, we can then choose to cut it out. So all I've done is go down each size. I've taken each one and worked with the dies with the next one in succession. So to make solids and to make frames. So I'm going to line this one up. And send it through. And now, oh, be helpful if I squared it up. And now it will allow me to cut that entire piece out. Now it will let me cut that entire piece out. Which will let me nest it. Any way I want, because I've got all the frames, I've got the frames, I've got the solids. It's up to me. Let's take it and do it in the yellow. Just because I can. So in the yellow, I'm going to take and cut the die and the decor die at the same time. And let's see how well I do. That's by a hair, but no guts, no glory. This is just one set that I'm playing with, and I haven't yet to make a shaker. But you don't have to make a shaker. These dies do so much more than that. Okay, what do we think? Close? All we can do is try. It's a little scrap of yellow paper. And I am gonna send it back through. In fact, I might even do a quick little rotate because I'm asking it to go through two, or do two dies at once. And hopefully I don't double cut. If I move it, I've double cut. A double cut means everything's just gonna fall away and be in little shreds of nothing. You lose the design entirely. Oh, but it didn't. Happy day for me. All the little bits and pieces. Such a pretty die. The square one is magnificent. I'm talking about this one. This one is absolutely stunning. As a shaker, not as a shaker, you decide. This is it's a beautiful die. Okay, so now I've got the solid oval, right? I've got the yellow on top of the solid oval. And then I've got the blue stitched, or the purple stitched. Let's do the purple stitched. And then I have the blue scallop, or I have frames that I can use. All the different frames to use. I could have the blue background, but I could put the purple edge so that I have the blue background, the purple, it's all up to you. You have options, and I haven't done anything yet. Nothing with a shaker yet. So let's play with a shaker. Let's put these where I don't lose them. Okay, so what do I want to do? Let's play with some funky colors. Let's do it the green. So I have one as my card base, and one I'm going to make 2 mats out of. One is my card base. And one that okay, so there's my mat. And what do I want to do on my mat? Do I want to do a blue background? Well, I know that I'm going to have to cut my oval out of this because this is going to end up being one of my top pieces. So my blister is going to come through this. So I know I need to cut that. Let's go ahead and cut that while I decide what other colors I want to use. So this is the piece that I sacrificed. It's not a card base anymore. I now made 2 mats. And kind of center it up. Looks good, and let's send it on through. Easy peasy. So now I know I've got the aperture for my oval. Blister, my oval shaker top. And remember, you get 10 of these per pack. So I know I'm here. But I want to do more than that. I didn't sacrifice a card base to just lay it on top, right? So what do I want to do? Maybe I want you to be able to see a color behind there. What if I chose a blue? How about that sky blue? How about that sky blue? I know, kind of funky colors. Do we like the darker blue better? No, I actually think I like the sky blue. Sky blue or darker blue? I'll pretend I heard you and that you agreed with me. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to cut a mat out of this because I'm going to use this. I want you to be able to see this through as the back side of my shaker. So I know I'm going to need it smaller than the card base, otherwise it's not a mat, it's just covering up my card base. So let's get it a little bit smaller, not too much smaller. I want to have the opportunity to cut it down more if I choose to when I get ready to put everything together. little bit more off the bottom. A little bit more off the side, and then I will have a very close mat. Okay, so there I am. So then if I were to put my shaker on top of that and cover it up, now my blue is acting as the background, even though my card is green. Okay, so then what do we want to put on the inside? Well, do we want to go, that peach is really pretty. What if we took the peach that we cut earlier and we put that on the inside, so that when we cover it up, we've got that beautiful decoration in there. What if we did that? Pretty, right? Okay, so for me to be able to do that, I need to adhere this to my blue. And for that, I can use sticky dots. I think we like the peach. Or do we like the yellow? No, we're gonna go with the peach. Okay, so sticky dots down. Give a good press. Pull up, and it is self-adhesive. It's ready to go. I've made a sticker. So let's bring it back over. I haven't glued anything down yet. You can always tape things down. It's harder to pull them back up. And let's kind of go maybe here. Set it down. I'm not pressing in too hard because sticky dots are repositionable until they set to permanent. Put this over. Line this up. And I think I'm still good. Okay. So I'm going to press this into place. I'm happy with that. Now I need to add my adhesive around here. So let's grab, I think I'm gonna grab a new sheet. Well, I might still have some. No, I'm gonna grab a new sheet. I've used that a few times. Hello, sheet. If I were you, where would I have put you? How about right there? Now trim off this piece because I'm not gonna use this one. This one will just stay as a solid piece. I'll use it later on for something else. Peel here, okay. I'm not gonna get rid of the liner because I'm not gonna be using all that much of this adhesive. I can use it for something else. And I don't want to push in the middle. Should I sacrifice one? Here, let's do it on this one, just so you can see. I'm going to sacrifice a blister just so you can see what I'm talking about. So peel here, knowing that this piece is not big enough. But I pretending that, oh yeah, I'm putting my sticky, and I'm going around and oops, I accidentally pressed in the middle. Oops, now what? I peel it off. And the problem is, while you can clean the rest of it up around the edges like I was doing earlier, I'm going to keep this because there's still some on there. Can you see I've got it in the middle of the blister? Can you see that? I can't have any kind of adhesive in there. If I do that, well, what am I going to get? If I do that, I'm going to get that where they're stuck. There ain't no shaking there. So when you're putting on your adhesive, regardless of what kind of adhesive you're using, make sure not to get any in the center of your blister. Otherwise, and there really is no way for me to get that out. It is in there. It's done. No fixing it. It's okay. I'd rather see you, have you seen me do it than you do it and go, oh no, what did I do wrong? Okay, oh, and I just stuck my hands in that one. So let's grab another one. And let's put this down. Actually, looks like there's a little. Put this down. And I'm going to go all the way around my edges, not pressing in the middle. And this one's wide enough that my finger fits there very nicely, thank you. So all the sticky that's in the middle isn't being used. So you don't want to get rid of this, heavens no. So you save that liner and I'm going to put it right back on. Adhesive is good. You'll always find something that you need it for. I can do words in there. I can do little flowers in there, whatever. All right, so I'm going to peel it up. And you may see it kind of be goopy. See, kind of goopy, kind of like a Xyron, but that's okay. While I've got this here, see, I only used the adhesive. Can you see? I only used adhesive around there. I would not get rid of this at all. Heavens no. Put my liner right back on it and save it. So I'm going to put this off to the side and I'm going to decide, what do I want in the center? What kind of blings do I want? What kind of, let's see, I've got this one. No. These are kind of pretty. So maybe I take some light peach. And maybe I take some darker peach. It's like a pink. And maybe I take some of those yellows. And these little white daisies. Those are so cute. And maybe some blue? Or you think I got too much? Can you really ever have too much shaker stuff in shakers? I don't know. Little sprinkles. Okay. So I've got all my, where did I do with my, oh, where did I put it? Where could I put it? Where did I put it? It's right here. It's got to be right here. I just had it. My top. Where'd it go? Okay. Oh, hello. I knew I had it somewhere. Okay. Well, it is what it is, right? I don't know. Do I like those colors? Am I happy? Does it matter? Should I add something just a little more pop? A little bit of green? I don't know. That's an awful lot of color. Okay, I am going to be done. All right, so I'm going to take my newly found blister and I'm going to layer it right over the top. And I'll be as close as I can to center. I won't be exact, but I'll do my best. And all the way down. So cute. With the little blue bells going. Look at how cute is that? I love it. Yay. But I'm not done. Okay, so now I've got this to go over the top, but I want that blue to come through. So I know I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I know I'm going to mat it to this. So let's cut this green down just a little bit. And you've got to take it from both sides. You may choose to measure. I'm eyeballing. And from the top and the bottom. A little more from the top and the bottom. Oh, that's good. Okay, that looks pretty good. But can you see that I'm a little off over here? I've got more matte over here. This is why I don't tape anything down until I'm ready to go, because I'm going to trim that down just a little bit more. Just so my sides kind of match a little bit better. If I had taped everything down, I'd be stuck. But I'm not. And right now, all we've done is rectangles. You can do rectangles. Even the most beginner person, the most beginner crafter is able to do everything I've been doing. Okay. We're getting there. And then I can take and put a frame around. What color frame do I want? What color frame do I want? Maybe I'll do that darker blue to really set it off. So let's grab these two dies, because that is how I made my purple frame. And I want it out of the darker. Oh, so I already have this one. All I have to do is center there, to cut that frame. Let's do that. That's certainly easy peasy enough. So I already cut that blue one when I was showing you how all the nestings work. Now all I have to do is center and cut, and let's see if we like it. Now if I were doing this card and not teaching, this card would take me about maybe 15 minutes at the most to do. The first card I did, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, since that one we adhered straight to the card base. So I've got this, that, that. I don't know, what do we think? Now I'm not so crazy about the blue. Now I'm thinking the yellow. Bear with me. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And I know I saw a pretty bold yellow in here. Oh, okay, we'll have options. It's all about the options, and it is just cardstock. So let's do it one more time, just to see. I'm just not so sure about that. Of course, this is very mustard. You know, just go, Stacy. Cut them both at the same time. Paper is a challenge. That's why I like using the card bases and sacrificing, because at least I know one of my mats is going to tie back to the card base and match. Do them both at the same time, and let's see what I get. Roll, 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 roll. I just feel it needs to be brighter. So are we loving the blue? Or are we loving the... See, I think the yellow looks better. It helps it pop. I'm going with the yellow. And at this point, now I can start taping everything down. So I can get my very first cut, which made my aperture, onto my blue. My blue I didn't have to die cut at all. I just trimmed it down to make a mat. Some Stacy tape. You're going to do a much better job of taping down than I am. And let's line it up. That looks pretty good. Trim just a hair bit off the bottom. Okay. Then I can go my gold onto my mat, grab my sticky dots. These are easy to make shakers. You can't really do anything wrong because it's just that simple. They just make it easy for you. If you don't have to make a card base, I'm gonna put this over here. If you don't have to make a card base, if you've already got a card base ready to go, you can just adhere your shaker right to it and put the little frame over the top like we did in the beginning, and you're done. You take it to the level you want, to the level that you need. If you're making something very spectacular for an anniversary, maybe you do a little bit more. But if you're making a sweet little birthday card, maybe you just keep it simple. Maybe you have somebody who really, really, really likes intricate and bling and all of that, and maybe somebody else is a little more simple. Fit that right around. Make sure my card base opens right. And I'm there. But just when you thought she was done. Gosh, could I even get away with this? Nope, too small. But just when you thought she was done. Do I like that? Do I like that? I don't know, do we like the peachy? The yellow popping? Or do we like the yellow? Just a smidge of it. Or should we go without? Okay, we'll go without. Make sure my card base opens correctly. The struggle is real, people. I can't tell you how many times I've put together a card and it opens backwards. All right. Done. Easy. Finished. Could put that on the inside. Could put, I have the green one if you wanted to pop that and put that on the inside. I've got the blue one. You could put the blue one on the inside. I've got the frame. You could put the frame on the inside. I've got oodles. I've got this one that I could put on the inside. And because I sacrificed a card, you cut one card to make two. So I cut one card into two, and that allows me to have mats for two finished cards. And I think it makes the difference. It would be very hard to find paper just this color to coordinate. And I didn't use any pattern paper at all, just cardstock. And it was so simple, so easy. It was just a matter of taking you could mix and match, taking one. This is going to make a mat for two individual cards. Take my die, my aperture. Die cut it out. decide what I want my back to look like. No, I don't think this is wide enough to cover my whole thing. Nope, not wide enough. You'll see it. Darn it. I cut the aperture in here, and then that would come through. Oh, okay. So if I cut my aperture here, here. Close enough. So now I've got my blue, I've got my aperture around. Pretty. I've got my frame out of the same color. Because I sacrificed it as a mat. Gosh darn it, I just moved it. So I've got my yellow. My yellow, my frame, my blister, my frame, my light yellow or my light blue over the top. Oh. What do we think? Right? Only way to get this was to sacrifice it, and it ties everything together. It ties everything together. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Love it. Let's put it down. Love it. Few little pieces still stuck in there. Let's get them out. This one and that one and that one. Good enough. Okay, so put this straight down on my card base. Straight down on my card base. Fill it with those cute little white ones, these cute little white ones. And how about these blue ones? Let's get a blister. Oh, I've got my blister right here. Let's get my piece of adhesive. all the way around. This piece has been used quite a bit. Oh, did I just press in the center? No. Yes, did I? I don't think so. This piece has been used quite a bit. I don't know if there's enough on here, but we're gonna hope. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna put these super cute. I think once I'm done with this one, this piece is gone. This piece has been used for a lot. Don't go in the center. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Down we go. That over the top. Let's grab some sticky dots. Over the top. And then the last final touch, the little frame cut out of the exact same paper as the card base. And this is about the time it would take to do a card. Oh, it's so cute. I like it. So cute. Easy. Done. Easy. Done. Easy. Done. They make it so simple and fast and fun. Everything you need is right there for you. A little adhesive, a little cardstock, and you are raring to go. Straight on the card base. Straight on the card base. And just put the frame around. Done. This one we did the aperture out of the blue. Remember, I cut that out of the center of that one. Done. This one I did a lot on. This one, well, I had a hard time picking colors. Here we made the mat for the first time. The mats don't have to stay rectangle. Look at, cute. All right. So this was Shakers Made Simple and affordable. Absolutely affordable. We did a lot. We started so simple and then just got progressively more and more difficult as we went on. Like I said, we started very simple, just a simple card, put another sentiment down there, call it done. Then we moved to matting and how you would mat, and I even added that last white mat at the very last moment and the frame to go against it, and look at it, just pops. That's just a happy card. Sweet. And then we played with the inserts where the dies give you a little insert to put in. I mean, you could use just about anything you wanted, honestly. You could put any insert in there. And then just because, literally just because I had the extras, and it's pretty. So, all right, what do we have on sale this week for you? Oh my gosh, okay. So the blisters and the dies are coming as a pack. You get the die set and one set of blisters of 10. So we've got the small stars, we've got the heart with the 10 pack. We are very limited on all of this because this is coming in internationally. The large circle, which is really nice because of the size, and then the blister, and then the large star that I use today, and the blister. So for the basics, you've got the large star, the large circle, the small star, and the small heart. Those are all new. And then you have the decor. So I used this one today, and it comes, we're selling it with the pack of 10 blisters. And then I used the words from this one today and the pack of 10 rectangles. This is a cute little balloon, and then when you cross stitch, the hoop that goes around. So you have both of them, a balloon and a cross stitch, and then the blisters to go with it. And then the square is beautiful. The square is absolutely stunning. And then the blisters to go with that as well. So that's all from Studio Light, along with the actual shaker bits and pieces that go with it. So these are the shaker bits and pieces that we have that go with. And if you have your own bits and shaker pieces and you don't need these, then don't get these. Buy what you need. The dies you can't get. You know, the dies you can't make yourself or find someplace else. Bling and shaker pieces, you might be able to find that just about anywhere. If you don't have it and you want these, by all means, but gosh, the dies and the blisters are far more important. Then we'll do the adhesive sheets, and we have the card bases. So we picked 5 card bases for you this week to put on sale. I used the green, I used the red, I used the blue, and then we have a pink and a purple. And they're on sale, open stock if you just want the card bases. But the best deal is if you get it with the paper pad from Sizzix, their Essentials paper pad. It's 80 sheets, it's 20 colors. I think they're calling it the Essentials. I always forget what they call it. Textured cardstock sheets. Okay, well, I think it's part of their Essentials line. And if you do the bundle, then it's a big saving. So I leave it up to you. If you already have card bases and you don't need it and you need the cardstock, or you don't need either of it, or you want it all, I leave it up to you. But that's what's on sale between the shakers and the shaker elements and the adhesive. All right, let me show you samples. Okay, so I started with these 3 when we started, and that's the rectangle. It's beautiful. Now you could also do it this way. It's beautiful, and it does a large size card, and you've got the element on the outside, and it comes with the sayings, and it's got little shaker elements. Love that. And I showed you this one in the beginning. Again, the small heart, the frame on the outside that hides everything. And the star. And then we've got, look at that. Isn't that a great guy card? Whether the guy is 5 or 95, that's a great guy card. So cute. And look at this one for birthday. Again, whether they're turning 5 or they're turning 95, this is just a happy card. And then we have a floral. So pretty with the insert on this inside. Oh, let's Stacy. And shake away. And then they took a piece of pattern paper. Look at the bird. They cut exactly where they wanted to cut, so they got the bird in there. Yay, right? Looks great. And here, they cut exactly what they wanted. She wanted the little kitty poking out at you. With the little kitty. And here's the rectangle on the horizontal instead of the vertical. And you fill it with whatever you've got, sequins, bling, you name it. It's the dies that are harder to come by. The dies and the blisters. And then we've got a smaller, just a sweet little hello. And then a happy birthday. Everybody loves shaker cards. Everybody loves shaker cards. Another great guy card. And then a love you. So these are all by Studio Light. It is in addition to the shakers that they came out with a little while ago, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe. I love their shakers. They're easy to use. They're affordable. I love pairing them with the Sizzix Card Bases because it just makes everything work. And I don't have to think too hard, which for me is good because I will sit there and I will analyze and worry, and it's like, no, just do it. Just go for it. And when you just go for it, you get some pretty good things. I mean, I really do think I might give this one to Mr. SMS for Valentine's Day. So, all right. So where are you going to find all of this great product if you need it? Well, if you need it, look at your local independent retailer first. They may have some Studio Light in stock. Absolutely. If not, you can certainly ask them to order it for you, and I'm sure they would be happy to do so. If you don't have a local independent retailer, then by all means come shop online, whether it's with us or somebody else, just so long as you get what it is you're looking for. I don't know that we have this exclusively. I don't know that it's so easy to come by right now, but we have it and it's on sale, and hopefully you saw just how easy shakers can be. They're not intimidating at all. Don't let them intimidate you. No, no, no. You've got this. I promise you. And Studio Light has just helped to make it a little bit easier. So 2023 is tomorrow. Happy New Year, everybody. Just lots of joy and blessings for your 2023 to you, your family, your friends, your fur babies. We are so glad to be a part of your family and your life. And it just makes our heart happy every time a customer calls and James loves talking to you. I didn't know he was a talker like his mom. Things you find out when your kids work for you. So until next time, which will actually be Monday because it is our first Make It Monday, I will see you Monday when we live chat during that event. 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you had a good time today. Thanks for spending it with me. Be safe, be well, and Happy New Year, everybody. It's me, Stacy. Scrapbooking Made Simple. Scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye.